Where do I start with this guy? Like, seriously. Where? I don't know, man. This guy should not be in NASCAR. He should be doing something else at this point. Or if anything, just go back to ARCA. You should not be in the truck series, let alone Xfinity. Now, this is 2 years in a row that Carson Hocevar got screwed out of a Charlotte win. Both by the same team and number, by the way. Last year was first with just Jesse Little. Now it's with Kris Wright, who can't drive a truck. Save his life. Gets himself loose, puts himself into Ankrum, and threatens to put him in the wall. Yep, there's a reason why he's in field filler equipment. No wonder Nice didn't want him. Nice Motorsports. Because all he did was just wreck their shit. And then we all know what happened with Brandon-Built Motorsports. I mean, they got guys like Austin Dillon after Brandon Brown wasn't in the car anymore, but for God's sake, they could have put an actual decent paid driver in the car that actually had talent. Not Kris Wright. All he did was destroy their cars ever since he got into them. And that's what ceased to the team's operations, because they were losing money because they had to pay for all the destroyed vehicles in their path, and they're having to pay more money for that than they were getting from the sponsors. And you're telling me that this guy deserves to be in NASCAR still? Really? What has this guy done? He and Lawless Allen should really rethink their careers, man. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of hearing their names every weekend, every truck race. Them spinning out or crashing because they can't drive a truck or a car or whatever the case is. They should not be in the series. Stephen Wallace and Danica Patrick would basically, and unironically, outrun their asses. I know that for a fact, because Kris Wright can't drive, and neither can Lawless Allen. Sure, Danica Patrick and Stephen Wallace were horrendous, but at least they were able to get top 10s, by the way. And even sometimes get a top 5 occasionally. I'm talking about Danica and Xfinity, not Cup. She got that one top 5 in Vegas in 2011, I believe. I don't know why, man. I don't know why this guy still has fans, if he has any. It's just a prime example why pay driving is terrible and why it needs to be blacklisted from NASCAR. Because it's stupid. That ride should be Caden Honeycutt's ride. He has done much more with that team than Lawless Allen has ever done with him. Like, seriously. Caden Honeycutt got 11th or 10th at North Wilkesboro. Sure, Kris Wright got 12th at Texas, but everyone was crashing that race. The only time Kris Wright has ever came close to winning a race in his career was at Mid-Ohio in the ARCA race last year, where he was leading with 5 or 4 laps to go, and then he kind of got punted by Taylor Gray out of the way to win the race. I don't know, man. It's embarrassing. It's freaking embarrassing. First of all, Young's Motorsports, they have alongside Caden Honeycutt, who runs occasionally in the 20 as well with Matt Mills and stuff. They got Spencer Boyd, who's actually won a race before, believe it or not. But seriously though, their main focus should be Caden Honeycutt in the O2 car. That's in the truck. That's what it should be. I don't care if Chris Wright has more money in sponsorship. I don't give a damn. It should be based on talent, not how much money you have stuffed up your ass. That's not how NASCAR should run, and that's how they should never run. It's a disgrace to the sport. Back then in the 90s and 80s, you actually had people who were talented. They were winning in unsponsored cars and underfunded entries because we didn't have this bullcrap back then where people could just buy out people's rides with their own money from their pockets. And what is this? Like the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th time Carson Hocevar got cucked out of a win? Of course. He had arguably the best car or the second best car of the whole race alongside Corey Heim, and neither of them didn't win because of freaking Chris Wright being a freaking terrible driver. And I mean, no disrespect to Ben Rhodes, but I'm tired of these untalented field fillers screwing people out of wins who are outside the top 25, top 30, manipulating and affecting the outcome of every freaking race. Because it seems like that happens every single weekend. It's tiring, man. It's really freaking tiring. I just want Carson Hocevar to win some races. Is that too much to ask for these freaking backmarkers to stop racing like trash? Freaking annoying, man. I'm tired of him. I'm just done with Chris Wright, man. He needs to get out of NASCAR. He's not top free. He's not top free worthy in the series to be in those series. He needs to be in ARCA or the Can-Am series. But yet he gets to have that ride, and people like Landon Castle, Brandon Brown, all those guys, Alex LeBay, in fact, Ryan Vargas, all those guys get screwed over out of good rides or out of good opportunities because they don't got sponsorship. Well, people like Lawless Allen, Chris Wright, Joe Graff Jr., all these freaking people buy rides with money. They don't have talent. They just buy it from other people. Remember Timmy Hill? He was going to make a start with He was going to make a start with Ryan Sieg Racing last year at Pocono. But guess what? He got cucked out of that ride because of Joe Graff Jr. buying out his ride. And Joey's really lucky to get a top 15 that race. Like, seriously, I'm done with Chris Wright. Or, excuse me, Chris Wrong. Because he's not right in NASCAR. He's always wrong. So yeah, there's your rant video on Chris Wright. I'm tired of him, man. I'm just tired of always seeing him crash every weekend. Like, seriously. It's stupid. It's stupid. That's all it is. It's stupid that he just continuously wrecks out every race, damages every trucks or cars he's in. I don't think that man has ever gotten a top 10 before in NASCAR. I don't know, he may have gotten one top 10 like 2 years ago, but that's it. He's done nothing with Nice Motorsports, so why would Young's Motorsports think he would do something there? He's done nothing. He's done nothing. I'm done. Thanks for watching.